The secrets of dark psychology. How manipulators control your mind. These days, knowing how someone might trick you isn't just handy, it's key to staying mentally healthy. This guide to dark psychology shows the secret moves people use to shape your thoughts, feelings, and actions without you noticing. After watching, you'll know how to spot these tricks and guard yourself against their clever mind games. What is dark psychology? Dark psychology is the study of how people use mind tricks to hurt or control others. It shows how someone might cheat, pressure, or lie to get what they want while you lose. Even though it isn't an official science field, the idea covers many shady and unfair ways of using human thoughts and feelings for selfish gains and personal benefit. The historical context. People have used dark psychology as long as people have been around, even if they didn't give it that name. Writings from many cultures show rulers and others using sneaky tricks to sway crowds. Today, because we're all linked by phones, apps, and social media, these mind games are easier to pull off and spread farther. Core principles of dark psychology. Dark psychology rests on two main ideas: manipulation and persuasion. Persuasion means trying to get someone to agree with you by giving clear reasons or stirring their feelings. Manipulation goes a step further. It uses power or pressure to take control of someone, often by lying or forcing them. Dark psychology works because it hits our basic human weak spots. We all want friends, praise, and we worry about being left out. Most of us also trust quickly. When a manipulator aims at these needs, they can steer what you do so it helps them, not you. Common manipulation tactics. To stay safe, you must spot the tricks people use to steer your mind. Here are some of the most common ones. Gaslighting. Gaslighting is one of the sneakiest mind tricks. It makes you doubt your own memories, senses, and even your sanity. A gaslighter keeps claiming you're wrong, no matter what proof you have, until you start to trust their version of events more than your own. Say you tell your partner a comment they made hurt you. Instead of hearing you out, they snap. "I never said that. You're making things up. You always twist my words." If they do this a lot, you may begin to wonder whether you really imagined it. Bit by bit, you lean on their story instead of yours, giving them more control over you. Spotting gaslighting early helps you hold on to your own reality and protects your mind. Emotional manipulation. Emotional manipulation means pushing buttons like guilt, shame, fear, or duty to make someone act a certain way. It works because strong feelings can drown out clear thinking. Picture a coworker who always tries to guilt trip you for going home on time. "Everyone else stays late. I guess you don't care about this project like we do." Comments like that stir shame and make you feel you're not enough. After a while, you might stay late just to stop the guilt, even though you already did your work. Love bombing. Love bombing happens when someone floods you with hugs, praise, and non-stop attention at the very start of a relationship. That surge of affection feels great and quickly hooks you to them. A love bomber may text you every hour, give fancy gifts, and say, "I'm crazy about you," after only a few days. It feels exciting, but that thrill is the bait. By winning your trust so fast, they can start steering your choices later. Triangulation is when a manipulator drags a third person into a fight to back them up or spark jealousy. Pulling in someone else makes them look stronger and you weaker. Picture arguing with your partner. They say, "I asked my friend and they think you're being unfair." Now it feels like two people are against you, so you start doubting yourself and giving in. The friend may never have said that, but the trick works because you feel outnumbered. Reverse psychology. Reverse psychology happens when someone says the opposite of what they really want, betting you'll do the same thing thereafter. It works because most of us resist being told what to do. Picture this. You probably don't want to help on this project. It's for someone with more experience. Hearing that, you might jump in just to prove them wrong, giving the manipulator exactly what they wanted. Where you might see dark psychology in real life. Mind games show up everywhere. At home, with friends, at school, on social media, and in the office. Spotting where they pop up helps you catch and stop manipulation before it hurts you. Personal relationships. Abusive partners often use mind games to stay in control. They flip between flooding you with love and then pulling away, keeping you stuck and dependent. They may cut you off from friends and family, deciding who you see and what you do. Say your partner keeps looking through your phone and calls it just being curious. Over time, this makes it seem normal to watch your every move and chips away at your privacy. They may also point fingers accusing you of cheating to hide the fact that they're the one being unfaithful. Workplace. Offices can be hotspots for mind games. A boss may gaslight to dodge blame. I never said the deadline could move, you heard me wrong. They may also start rumors or pit teammates against one another, so workers fight while the boss keeps control. Co-workers pull tricks too. Some steal credit for your ideas and meetings. Others use half-nice, half-mean comments to chip at your confidence. That talk was pretty good. Surprising, since your ideas are usually unclear. These small jabs add up and turn the workplace toxic, letting manipulation spread. Marketing and sales. Ads often use mind tricks too. Some shout limited time deal to spark a fear of missing out. Others say everyone's buying this, so you feel you should join in. Salespeople may first act friendly to build a bond. Later they lean on that bond, making you feel you owe them a yes. This payback pressure can push you to buy stuff you don't really need or want. Who uses dark psychology? To stay safe, you need to know what kinds of people play mind games. Experts point to 3 risky personality traits called the dark triad. Folks who score high in these traits often bend or break rules to get what they want. The dark triad personality types. Research has identified 3 personality traits that often correlate with manipulative behavior, collectively known as the dark triad. 1. Machiavellianism. A person high in this trait loves long-range plots. They wait, collect secrets, and move people like chess pieces. They think any trick is fine if it leads to their own success. 2. Narcissism. A narcissist puts themselves on a tall pedestal. They expect special treatment and endless applause. When praise slows down, they may brag, lie, or shame others to lift themselves back up. 3. Psychopathy. Psychopathic traits include low empathy, a quick temper, and thrill-seeking. People high in these traits feel little guilt, so they can cheat, steal, or hurt others without losing sleep. Some researchers say Machiavellianism and narcissism sit inside psychopathy, but all 3 overlap. They all crave control and can drive dark psychology tactics. Everyday manipulators. Not all who use dark psychology techniques fit the clinical profile of the dark triad. Many everyday people employ these tactics situationally, often without fully realizing the ethical implications of their behavior. 1. Insecure people might bend or guilt others to feel safe or keep control when they feel weak or anxious. 2. Those raised in tricky homes may learn these habits to get by and keep using them as adults later on. 3. Leaders or bosses sometimes pick up sneaky habits once they see how well the tricks protect their power for themselves. 4. Poor communicators may turn to manipulation because they don't know a better way to share needs or settle fights, or calm down tough arguments. How to protect yourself against dark psychology. Spotting mind games is the first step to staying safe. Here are some simple ways to guard yourself. Learning these skills makes you harder to trick. Know yourself. Find out where you're most sensitive. Think about the buttons people push to make you give in. Do you crave praise, Hate fights? Trust strangers fast? Tricksters go after these weak spots. If you see them, you can stop them before they dig in. Keep a small notebook of chats that leave you confused, guilty, or unsure. Those feelings are red flags. Look for patterns. Review the notes each week to see if the same names pop up. Does someone often make you feel small or like you owe them? That's a sign they might be using you. Set and keep clear lines. Good boundaries act like a shield against mind games. Tell people what is okay and what is not, and stick to it. Remember, manipulators push little by little to see how far they can go. When you draw a line, use I statements that name your need. Say, I need some quiet time after work, instead of, you always bug me. You don't have to defend your line. That doesn't work for me is enough. If you start giving long reasons, a manipulator will twist your words, hunt for loopholes, and try to make you feel bad for standing up for yourself. Think critically. Strong critical thinking skills help you judge facts and events fairly, so tricks are harder to pull on you. When someone tries to sway you, pause and ask, why does this person want to agree? What proof do they have? Are they stirring my feelings more than my reason? Are they rushing me to decide before I know enough? Give yourself time before big choices, especially if you feel worked up. Manipulators like to fake a deadline so you won't stop to think. Build a support network. Being alone makes you an easy target, but strong friendships give you a reality check. Stay close to people who are honest, speak plainly, and respect your choices. They help you spot mind games you might miss. When something feels off, tell a trusted friend or family member what happened. An outside view can show tricks that are hard to see from the inside. If several friends raise the same concern, take it seriously and look closer at the relationship. Trust your instincts. Your gut often senses trouble before your brain can explain it. If a chat leaves you tense, worried, or sick to your stomach, pay attention. Those body signals warn you something isn't right. Never let anyone claim your feelings are overreacting or crazy. If you feel pushed, controlled, or uneasy, step back and think. Your comfort matters more than their opinion. Protecting against specific tactics. Next, we'll break down common dark psychology tricks, like gaslighting and love bombing, and give clear steps you can use to block each one. Block gaslighting. Keep proof of big talks. Save emails, texts, or write dated notes in a journal after each key chat. These records give you solid facts to check later. When someone tells you, that never happened, don't just assume you're wrong. Calmly say what you recall. I remember you said you'd take care of that. Let's look at our email chain. Stick to the facts without getting angry. If the gaslighting keeps up, limit time with the person when you can. Share what's happening with friends, family, or a trusted coworker who can back you up. Outside voices help confirm your memories and keep you grounded. Stop emotional manipulation. Watch for moments when someone tries to stir your feelings, so you'll do what they want. Give yourself time by saying, let me think about this, before you answer. That pause helps you cool down and think clearly. Learn to spot guilt trips and you owe me tricks. If a person says you should act just to keep them happy, remember their feelings aren't your job to fix. Steer the talk back to fairness. If they say, if you really cared, you'd do this, reply, I know this is important to you, but I have to decide what's right for me. This keeps your power and sets a clear line. No love bombing. Be careful with relationships that speed up too fast or start with heaps of praise. Healthy connections grow bit by bit, with both people respecting limits and moving at a steady pace. If someone you just met floods you with gifts, compliments, and non-stop messages, keep some distance and watch how they act over time. Check whether the affection has strings or pressures you to give it back. Trust your gut if their attention feels too much. Real care fits your comfort level and never forces quick feelings or commitments. Conclusion: power through knowing. Dark psychology hides in the dark and feeds on people not seeing it. By shining a light on these tricks, you strip away their power and keep yourself and others safe. Learning about dark psychology isn't meant to make you paranoid. It helps you trust the right people and catch tricks before they hurt you. Your best defense is knowing yourself, setting clear limits, thinking things through, and leaning on friends. As you build these habits, you get stronger against mind games. When you spot warning signs and use these tips, you stop being a target and start taking charge of your life. This knowing not only keeps you safe, it also helps you build healthier relationships where tricks don't work.